Hey there, my little fellers. I'm back with another tier list video. By the end of this month, I should have the Nautilus clone in, so be excited for that. Yeah, we're gonna do it from Dark Souls 1 all the way to Elden Ring. I'm not gonna do Dark Souls 2 because I have not played it. They don't have Demon Souls here, but I never played that either, so it doesn't matter. I think this is gonna be good. Okay. So, Northern Undead Asylum. For a beginner area and a tutorial area, I think it's good. Oh yeah, you know what? I think bosses will impact where these things place, because crappy like areas like Fair and Keep will rank high, probably higher than D, just because of the Abyss Watchers. Okay, so Northern Undead Asylum. It's just that it's cool to come back to it like later in game to fight the Stray Demon. I actually think Stray Demon's a little overhated. I think it's a little cool, especially since you can hear his footsteps under the original arena. It's kind of funny. But it's like you have Oscar of a story. I think that's his name, Oscar. And like with him, like being one of the most iconic characters, even though he barely has anything to really do except for giving you Estus flasks. So yeah, cool boss. Not a great boss. It's just a iconic one. That's kind of it. But it's a nice, aesthetically pleasing area on you starting off your journey. I'm gonna give it a nice middle B, a nice placeholder. Firelink Shrine. Now, this is an iconic area just due to the fact that it's connected to basically everything. New Londo, and New Londo goes to Blighttown, and it like attaches to the catacombs, and it attaches to like an Undead Parish and Undead Burg, and yada yada, and those go yada yada yada. I'm gonna put it at probably low A, just for the fact that while everyone really likes it as a hub, no one really is actually there. It does feel kind of lifeless still, even though you're there all the time, and people keep coming and going. It's not like Firelink Shrine in Dark Souls 3, which, hot take, I like a little more, but Firelink Shrine here is just so good in the fact that, again, being interconnected to most things gives it a real big plus. Undead... Okay, this is a little loud. Maybe for me. I'm hearing it quite loudly. Undead Burg. I think it's a solid area. Again, boss is really good. I think it's better than the Asylum Demon, personally. I think it works a little better, especially since it makes you actually think a little more, other than running away and then just getting a dive in. You actually gotta think more about your surroundings and all that stuff. The Black Knight there is iconic. You got the first merchant, who grabs the Uchi-Katana, really good dex weapon. It's just a well-designed area, and especially since you basically, again, come back to it later for the bottom half. It's good. I'm gonna put it... I'm gonna put it here to B, because endgame, you don't really come here ever. Like a lot of other areas, obviously, that this is a no-brainer, obviously, but just... like, at least, I don't know. Undead Burg, it's not like... doesn't matter. Undead Parish. You got the Bell Gargoyles, which is the best boss so far. You got Andre, the blacksmith, and the level area design itself I don't like more than Undead Burg. But I think, obviously, you come back to it way more often, and it's way more important, and you get your first Firekeeper soul, and you fight that boar, which you don't run into often. I think there's, like, what, only 3 that I remember in the game? Whatever. I think it's a little better than Undead Burg. Maybe not as much as a level, but more for how important it is. And you get pretty cool crap. And oh, you've got to fight the Baldur guys who drops that cool-ass sword. I'm pretty sure it's a really good longsword, doesn't matter. But I don't like it as much as Undead Burg, but I think it's a better area than Undead Burg. Depths. Very creepy area. And it's a really cool boss with a really cool arena. Other than that, I think the depths kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. Butchers... annoying enemies. They're cool enemies, but they're kind of annoying. There's dogs, and it's the introduction to the basilisks. And I don't like it. Especially since it's like... it's hard to really, like, run back to them. If you, like... want to go return without going to Blighttown, you're gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna put it to D. Other than the boss and the atmosphere, it doesn't have much. It's just not a fun area to go through. I just run through everything all the time. Even though it has decent items, I can't. And the fact that it is the beginning to, it's like the introduction to Blighttown. Whatever, depths are just kind of both forgettable. You never come back to it. At least with Undead Burg, you kind of come back to it at some point. And Undead Parish, you come back to it all the time for Andre. You know, the man himself, the waifu of all time. But with depths, it's just forgettable. And it's really sad. Blighttown. Love-hate. 1, it's a beautiful area. And it's, again, it interconnects really well with things like with the Valley of Drakes, which we'll bring back to Firelink Shrine, with the Demon Ruins, to the Great Hollow, to Ash Lake, and then you will connect that to the depths. And you can come from the back if you want to. It's a very big and thought-out area with unique enemies. I think there's like fire dogs, but I think the enemies are really annoying. Like the big guy ogres with like clubs, and the blow dart guys. The blow dart guys can blow me. Like, fuck off. Those things suck. They cause toxin almost immediately, and there's just like one room where there's like God knows how many for a Firelink, like a Firekeeper's soul. It's just, oh, they're so annoying. They're so annoying. But it has a pretty good boss. Again, very beautiful area. Has really cool stuff. The Falchion. It's a very important area. It's the classic Poison Swamp, and I think it's the cream of the crop Poison Swamp area. It's not boring like Fair and Keep. It's not annoying, like just ridiculous like the Scarlet Rot. Lake of Rot, sorry. But everything is just so annoying to go through. It's just a slog. I'm gonna put it at C. I spent so much time on Blighttown. Let's continue. Great Hollow. Cool items, lizard, crystal lizards, Chloranthy ring. It's a really cool introduction to Ash Lake. Other than that, it's not really a good area. It's, again, mostly forgettable. A lot of people hate it. I think people overhate it, but it sucks nonetheless. I don't think it's D per se, because at least you have some will to actually get the stuff there, and you actually get pretty cool items without wanting to actually run through it like the depths. And the basilisks aren't more of a threat than the depths are, even though they're probably more thought out of like their placement in the depths. The Great Hollow is just such a unique area and a unique introduction. Like the way you get into it's just, whoa, what the fuck is this shit? Where we get to Ash Lake. Me, this is gonna be a hot take. Ash Lake is probably my favorite area in the series. But I don't know why. I love the theme. I love the aesthetic. I love the Hydra. I'm not sure about the clams. I like the Covenant with the Stone Dragon. And the lore implications and the crypticness of it is just the right amount to make your head churn really well. I love this area. However, there is not much to it, and I agree it's just not much. There is Siegmeyer dying. I kill his daughter every time. I'm gonna put it under Firelink Shrine. I like it. If it were up to me for how much I like it, it'd be S and nothing would change it except for maybe Fishing Hamlet, maybe, and like Irithel, maybe, or the Boreal Valley. Nothing else though. Sense Fortress, okay. So, really hard area, really annoying to get through the first time, but it's such an explorable area just in and of itself. It doesn't have that many important items, I'm not gonna lie, but the traps are so intricate and nice and thought out. The boss is mid. There was just this one character, this one merchant guy. I don't know him. Does anyone know him? Does anyone remember him? Care for him? Whatever. But I think it's a difficult area done right, because it can be completely avoided. Not completely avoided, but it can be completely, like, on your second playthrough, it can be a breeze. Because you understand it. And you don't have to die 1,000,000 times to understand it, because the traps are gonna be more than gonna be predictable. You're gonna remember them. It's just A tier. It's a really good area, except for your first playthrough, because on your first playthrough, again, it can blow me. And Orlando. People call this area overrated. They're high. I'm joking. But this is a great area with a great introduction to a great aesthetic area. It just, compared to, again, a lot of other areas, it feels a lot more kind of. It's an introduction to both the Duke's Archives, if you want to, and the Painted World of Ariamis, which is, again, what's next. The boss at the end, Ornstein and Smo, great boss, best boss in the main game. The only boss I think that beats it is, Artorias. And then you get the Lord Vessel at the end with Guinevere, and then you can fight Gwendolyn, which is kind of a stinker boss. And Orlando has so much to it. With the life to it, with the blacksmith. I love the blacksmith so much. I forgot his name, but it's cool. It was actually the first area that I fought my first Vagrant. I think it was the red one. But yeah, I think it's called the Vagrant. And I'm like, oh, I think it was near the mirror, not the mirror, but the glass that's broken so you can get to the blacksmith. That's where I fought him. With the Silver Knights and the Archers, the Demons, it can again blow me. The enemy placement's really good. The secrets are cool, where you get the Hell's Armor, and it's just there's nothing wrong with this area. And the people who say that it's overrated, wah. Could not be me. Painted World of Ariamis. Aesthetically, and uniqueness of the area, beautiful. I love it. The references to Demon Souls, the boss, it's a stinker boss, but whatever. It's unique in its own way. It's a gimmick fight, and the fact that you can spare her, it's fine, good enough. The enemies are some of the most annoying pieces of shit of all time, but it has a really good farming area with the quote-unquote phalanx boss. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'll put it here. I'm gonna put it under the Ashley because it's just really a really annoying area, especially with the bone wheel skeletons and the freaking rotting dragon, and really every mob there just sucks. They're not enjoyable to fight. So that's what's keeping it back. It's really unique, really cool, and I can't in good conscience put it over Ash Lake. Ash Lake is just beauty at its finest. I can't. Darkroot Garden. I saw this one YouTuber. I really respect him. He's really cool. I forgot his name. But he's really underrated. He put Darkroot Garden as his favorite area. And it doesn't seem like they have Darkroot Base in here, so I'm gonna count Darkroot Base in here as well. With a cool PvP area, and with bosses like Sif and the Moonlight Butterfly, one stinker boss and one pretty good boss, really good boss. With the Hydra and the introduction to the DLC with the grass shield, I forgot its name entirely, and the Black Knight, which gives you potentially the Black Knight Halberd, which is one of, if not the best weapon in the game. The aesthetic of the area is really nice. And the progression in the area, the enemies are also really good. You get the main, Dark Souls, Oscar's armor, basically, which is really cool. It's kind of boring. There's, again, not much to do other than that one place with the bunch of NPCs, and I guess the mushroom guys. Other than that, it's not active. You don't do much in the area. You fight Sif, you fight the Moonlight Butterfly, you kill the Hydra, you enter the DLC. The DLC is kind of obnoxious to get into, especially if you're not gonna look up stuff. It's not as important as Undead Parish, but I think its beauty, again, it's a really beautiful looking area, and the Hydra and the DLC and Sif, I think it beats Undead Berg in that. I'm not. Yeah, I'll put it like that. New Orlando Ruins. Again, really good looking area. That's going to be the same for Actually, every single one except for like Tomb of the Giants and like maybe Ulusul Township and Chasm of the Abyss. But Chasm of the Abyss, I think, has its own charm to its looks. New Londo Ruins, I think, is personally one of my favorite looking areas. With a really cool design boss. I think it does the, if you're under-leveled, you'll never beat them, but if you're over-leveled, you'll never lose to them. I think it does that job the best, compared to, like, other bosses like Dark Beast Parl, or, I don't know, a lot of other bosses. I'm too tired to care right now. But, New Londo Ruins, it's kind of annoying that you have to use a consumable. Hold a second real quick. But, yeah. New Londo Ruins, I just think it's kind of annoying that you had to use an item to kill the ghosts. And I really wish we did get that, like, Royal Dark Wraith boss as well. But I think it's a cool, like, little area where it's, the classic, don't come here. That and, like, the catacombs have that feeling. I don't think, I'm gonna put it, like, bottom B. Just because the area is just kind of annoying to go through. And again, items, don't like that. So yeah, Duke's Archives. Again, really cool area, really cool, like, it's like this one place that's like blocked off and you're like, wait, what the fuck is this? Come back to it later. This is where Seath lives. This is where, like, you get killed by him for the first time. It's a really cool, unique area. With, compared to the others, it has a real true build up to, like, a boss you know you're gonna fight. It's just more of like, it's just really cool. And I don't remember the items you really get from it. It is the place where you get the pendant for the DLC. It is by far the hardest area in the game. So yeah. The enemies are kind of annoying. I'm not gonna mess with you. I think people play how annoying they are. But and I don't know. Again, Crystal Cave. I'm not sure if it deserves really its own area. It's more linear and there's just nothing great. I'm gonna place them in the same area. Put them like this. I like them a lot more. I like them a lot more than like Painted World, to be very honest. But I just don't think they're as good objectively. I got myself a root beer float here. Let me just munch on that real quick. That's some good shit. Okay. Demon Ruins. If it wasn't for the copy-pasted millions of Taurus demons at the beginning, and a bunch at the end, I think there was like 1 or 2 Taurus demons that just could have been placed more creatively. Obviously, this was rushed, there's no question about it, but, like, why? I don't get it. I don't hate it, actually, as an area. And I think aesthetically, it's, again, beautiful area. But the only 2 bosses, though, technically 3, being Cease's Discharge, Demon Fire Sage, and Centipede Demon, all of 3 of them being kind of stinkers. I actually don't hate the Centipede Demon. I actually quite like it, but it's not good. I'm gonna put it above the Great Hollow because there's more to it. And, again, it's pretty beautiful. All that stuff, and yeah. Lost Izalith. Terrible. It's, if you have the Charred Ring, and you just skip the, again, copy-pasted of a bunch of half-dragon dinosaur thing, whatever they are. 1, why are they there? Why? What do they have anything to do with the area? They're like zombies, but they're not demons, and they're dragons. Like, what? It's so dumb. Why? And there's like almost no other. There's like those like floating statue dragon thing. I forgot what they're called. Then there's this, the yellow. I guess there's those yellow, like, I don't know, vacuum cleaner fuckery. I don't know what they are. Blenders that you help with Ziegmeyer. That part's kind of cool. Like, those are cool enemies. I like them. Then there's that N1 NPC. I just feel like if they spent more time building on it, and the remastered, they could have fixed all these problems, but they just didn't. It's a shame. And the Beta Chaos, I don't need to explain it. It's terrible. Catacombs. I like the catacombs. I think it's a cool looking area. I think the enemies, even though they can respawn, I think you can go through the area pretty, like, nicely without having to get a divine weapon. Like I did in my first playthrough. Nah, you don't need to do that. Just beat those guys. Beat them down. You can kill the guy who respawns them before the others respawn anyways, if you know what you're doing. Pinwheel's a joke boss. It's funny. The other blacksmith is kind of forgettable, but he's funny. He's cool. But then there's the iconic bone wheel skeletons. You know, they're annoying, but I don't. Again, people overhate them. I just find this area neat. I think it's the first area you meet patches too. But it's just kind of annoying, both with like, its traps and that goddamn Titanite demon. It's really creepy in some areas. Actually, I really like the catacombs. I really do. And I think people overhate them. I really do. Tomb of the Giants. Now, again, I think it's an overhated area. I think most enemies are fair. I think the only really annoying enemies are those giant bone dog beast things. I don't know why there's a Black Knight there, but whatever. Nito's a cool boss. The build up again was really good with all the pinwheels and the baby skeletons and all that stuff. So like, people just hate it because it's dark. And the parkour, I guess it's parkour. Whatever. It's not that annoying. And again, you find patches and you find those clerics. I'm gonna put it here because there's, again, not much to the area. It's pretty short. Annoying enemies a lot of the time. Nito boss fights, okay. It's just okay. It's just something. It's like an okay area, but some little sprinkles of shit on it. I don't hate it. Again, I kind of like it, but it's not good. Objectively, it's not good. You know, the Valley of Drakes. Hold a second. Let me just pause one more time. Okay. Valley of the Drakes. Forgettable area. Again, cool looking area. It's a nothing area. It's just the connection between, like, Darkroot Basin or Garden, doesn't matter, with, like, Blighttown, New Londo, and Firelink Shrine. Other than that, you got that zombie dragon. You got those other dragons, so if you're trying to farm out some dragon skills, it's cool. Other than that, again, I don't hate the area. It's not infuriating. It's just, it's so unnecessary. Kiln of the First Flame. So, aesthetically, I think it's like the second most beautiful area in the game next to Ash Lake. I think the build up to Gwyn's great, though I do think you need to go through the entire area as a boss run back, which is kind of annoying. But again, the build up to this area, I am kind of questioning where it is as like where it is in New Londo. I mean in Londo. So I don't know where it is. They don't really explain it. But it's just such an awe. It's so, I don't know, it's words can't describe it. I'm gonna put it under Ash Lake just because I don't think it looks as good, and doesn't churn my brain as much on the crypticness of it, because, well, and it also does hold the final boss, but it just doesn't do it for me. Royalburg. I thought I liked this area more, but it is more just of a nice little farm place thing with a bunch of these. It does hold like the best armor in the game, which is the Guardian set. That's not a question. It's the best. It's just a run to Artorias. It does hold Artorias and Calamine, so it does hold really good bosses. And it's, again, a beautiful area. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. It's a beautiful area. The fact that you can see some of the abyss just kind of from below, and I think that's like where some of the chasm of the abyss is, like you can see it. I think that's really cool. It's not a bad area. I like it more than Darkroot Garden just because it has such better bosses, and it just, I don't know, I think it looks a little better. I'm not gonna fuck with you. It's basically just this in the past, so yeah. Ulsil Township. Annoying enemies. Great PvP area. Nice introduction to the Chasm of the Abyss. It's a, as the kids call it, mid. But I think that this is nice to explore. It's just I'm gonna put it here. A lot of people like it, but it's just there's not much to it. Let me get another drink from my root beer float. Okay, Chasm of the Abyss. Well, thinking okay, but that little like mini boss, whatever his thing, that enemy is at the end of Ulsil Township is pretty cool. I'm not gonna fuck with you. It is pretty awesome. But whatever. Chasm of the Abyss. Super cryptic, super ominous. Manus is a great boss. It's just, again, it's like Killing of the First Flame, but more, not cryptic, but more unnerving and more of a creepy build-up to it, other than the Killing the First Flame where you're like, this is it, this is the end. Because the Abyss is just more of like a nervous workup, with just filled with humanities and just, it's just, I don't know, it's really, it also feels really cryptic. It's really weird. Manus is just such an interesting like character with not much really known about him. I like to think he's the first like pygmy, but that's headcanon, and never take headcanon as actual canon. Never do that. That is stupid. But yeah, a lot of areas in B tier. Just realized. But I there's so many B tier. I don't know. And another B tier is going to be Cemetery. Well, yeah, Cemetery of Ash. When you get introduction, it's like unlike Northern Undead Asylum, where it's like just the beginning of like your series. The Cemetery of Ash is more of like if you ever came from Dark Souls 1 and came to Dark Souls 3, you're like, what the fuck happened to this world? It's just a barren wasteland. Udic Gundyr is a cool ass boss. It's probably like one of the best like tutorial bosses. I don't find people like Gascoigne as a tutorial boss, or Clay. I don't really think Bloodborne has one, really, now thinking about it. Whatever. Cool area. You got that big ass lizard. I'm gonna say, oh, it hurts me. Oh, actually, no. Oh, I'm gonna say Cemetery of Ashes, like, up to Udic Gundyr, and beyond the gate is Firelink Shrine. Overall, Cemetery of Ash is just, well, no, I think Blighttown's just overtuned, and Ulsil Township is just, I don't know, just these three are basically the same, even though they're all very different. Excuse me. Firelink Shrine. I like this Firelink Shrine more than the original, because it actually feels like there's more life, there's more people. It's just, I actually like the theme more. The aesthetic, I actually also, well, you can argue if you like the aesthetic of the original more, but this is just more bigger. You put the, the heads all where they have to go, and there's people like the blacksmith, the merchant, and the guy you would transfer souls, all in the same area, and that's really useful. It's really annoying having to run back and forth, all throughout the place, just to do this stuff, where you can just go here, do all the crap. I know a lot of people don't like it that it's interconnected, and I really wish they actually, did, one big bridge up to, the High Wall of Lothric, and that can be its own area. I think that would have been cool. Especially since we're, in the back, in the back room, at the, Lothric Castle's ass. We're just, all the way back there. But, I really like Firelink Shrine in Dark Souls 3. I know a lot of people don't like it, boo-hoo. I like it. I think it's good, objectively. Another sip. Okay. Highland Wall of Lothric. Decent boss, decent exploration, decent items, decent enemy placement, decent everything. It's pretty good. I don't know what to say about it. Yeah, I must say, there. There. I have nothing much to say to it. It's a simple area. I have played this game so many times, I become numb to Dark Souls 3 areas. Tis good area. You got Grave Rat, and you got the Dark Wraith that you return, so you at least have a reason to return to this area. And you can come back to fight the Dancer, and all so on and so forth. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Undead Settlement. Boss. It's a mid boss. Enemy placement is actually pretty good. Items, whatever. You do got that like little, I guess, Kate like thing where you like. What's her name? The person that Faith. You get Faith your miracles from, like that like little place, that I guess dungeon place thing. That's really cool. Again, it's got its exploration, and you can talk to that one guy, and it's an introduction to characters like Zegord, which I actually like more than Siegmeyer. You got that little demon like mini boss. You fight two of them. You got decent items. It's just an okay area. It's just kind of a slog to run through every time, and the first playthrough again. Blow me. It's just an okay area. There's nothing really special to it. It's just not terrible in anything. But it's not a slog to get through all the time. It's just time consuming. Road of Sacrifices. Terrible boss. Terrible area. Terrible enemies. You get the one guy for spells. At least you have that like Black Knight that you can fight. I'll put it. Doesn't matter really. I hate Road of Sacrifices suck. No. Lost Izalith had so much potential. They threw it away, especially again during the remastered. Not acceptable. Never. Cathedral of the Deep. This is my least favorite area of like in Dark Souls 3, and maybe of all time. I'm not sure. Do I hate any other area? Probably more. Let me think about it. Maybe I hate the depths more, and maybe I hate where is it? Yahar'gul. I hate it. It's garbage. I don't care what anyone thinks. Well, most people also think it's garbage, but whatever. Cathedral of the Deep. I think, again, really good exploration. You can meet patches for the first time there. The Deacons are a joke boss. It's a really cool looking area, but, well, it's an okay looking area for me personally, but you might like it. Enemy placement can honestly be better, I'm not gonna fuck with you. Really annoying enemies as well. You get really good items here. I'm not gonna lie, compared to some other places in Dark Souls 3, this is a really good area for getting items. Other than that, like there. No. Honestly, I'll put it above like Duke Archives. Actually, thinking about it, I think it's better than that. I don't like it at all as much as Duke's Archives, but I think it's as good. Okay, Fair and Keep. I think everyone can agree it's I don't think it's the worst. Because, again, really good items. The Poison Swamp as a swamp isn't as annoying. Basilisks, they're placed well. It's just that that one ginormous dinosaur, whatever it is, I don't know. And the Grus, just Jesus, they're so annoying. God. The giant dinosaur, you can find ways to, like, progress through Fair and Keep without encountering a single one. So you're good there. Grus, just fuck them. Abyss Watchers. Abyss Watchers are great boss. Amazing boss. It's sad that they kind of... So this helps it a little bit. And, oh, you fight the Stray Demon again, which is kind of cool. That's kind of it, though. You get... Don't you... Yeah, you can get Havel's ring from its soul, I'm pretty sure. That's pretty cool. You get to join the Wolf, the Covenant, which is really cool. It's just so sad that Artorias' like biggest part of like impact of the story in Dark Souls 3 is just dealing with Farron Keep. How sad. It's a garbage area nonetheless. It's super boring. The only like good things are the Covenant, the Stray Demon, and the Abyss Watchers, and the fact that it's, if you know what to do, you can run out of this area pretty quickly. The fact that like a pro is that you can run through this area quickly, it's not a good area. Catacombs of Carthage. I used to hate this area. I don't like it that much still, but I think exploration-wise, it's okay. You do come back for the Smoldering Lake. It's interesting with, I guess, kind of cool enemies. They're actually kind of annoying. Bone wheel skeletons aren't as annoying in this one because you hardly see them. Actually, in this game, they're barely present. They were barely present in Dark Souls 1, but people still hated them. But they do nothing in this game. Catacombs of Carthage has Heinir Wolnir, which is a cool lore boss, and I wish was dug in more into, but it was kind of more of a throw-in boss and then throw-away boss, and he's not remembered. No one cares for him. It's just a whatever boss. Like, he does nothing. He has no impact to the story whatsoever, or the story around it. If you got rid of this area, straight up, and you went from Farron Keep to Irithyll of the Boreal Valley, no one will remember this boss, or this area, or anything about it, and it's sad. So much more could have been done. Like, the Abyss looks like the previous enemies and previous antagonists dealing with the demons and the Abyss are just forgotten. It's sad. It's sad. Smoldering Lake. Really good looking area. And for Dark Souls 3, that's a big compliment. This is a beautiful looking area. With a pretty good boss, a douchey hazard, an annoying hazard, like the worm thing, whatever. It's a whatever. No one cares for it. It's hardly a problem, which is good, because I'd rather not be jump scared by that in the middle of of the area. The crabs are whatever. You find, what was it? I forgot his name. The guy who goes hollow, whatever. That's kind of cool. It has really good items. I'm not gonna fuck. I think so far it has the best items out of all the areas that I talked about. So yeah. If you want Titanite Shard, this is the place. Annoying ass enemies with the Gru and slugs and dogs and the fire statues. Fire statues aren't that annoying, honestly. You have a Black Knight, which is kind of cool. You get the Black Knight sword, which is great. You got this one guy who's really annoying that, like, there's so much to the area, and so much of it is annoying. You also got basilisks, big-ass rats. You got this demon that summons fireballs. Fuck that thing. You got more rats. You got this guy who gives the Fume Knight Ultra Greatsword, like Fugs. I love Fugs. It's my favorite weapon in Dark Souls 3. But, it's there. There's just so much to it, but some of it is just crap. It's just not fun. It's not I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna disagree. It's a really annoying, like, hazard. Boss is okay. Items are great, but just the enjoyment of the enemies and the enemy placement, just no. Irithyll of the Boreal Valley. This is one of the most beautiful areas in the series. Great enemy placement, great exploration, great. The fact that you get to see this spectacle after getting out of the catacombs, just amazing. You fight, and it seems like they're including Anne Orlando in this, so that's pretty cool. It's such a big area, and none of it is bad. None of it. Except for your first playthrough, I hated the Pontiff Knights so much, but now I get to really appreciate them. Pontiff, great boss, so underrated. No one gives him enough credit. I'm giving this the second S tier. This is an amazing area. It is the introduction to Anne Orlando and the Profane Capital, which is not the greatest. which is what we're going to be getting into next. Which is like, give me one thing wrong about this area. You got great mini bosses, great boss, great enemy placement, great exploration, great design, great. There's nothing wrong with this area. I love it so much. Erythal Dungeon. Stupid enemy placement, very tight corridors, not like pleasant to look at, which I guess is the point. The exploration is okay. You do get to come back to it when you get the keys, but the enemies, the jailers, they're one of, if not my least favorite enemies in the entire series. I hate them. The items here are okay. I don't remember if they were good. There's technically no boss. Profane Capital has the boss. This isn't. This is a build-up to the next area for the boss. D is bad. It's a terrible area. There's nothing good about it except for maybe exploration. And I guess atmosphere. Some people really do like this area, and fine, like what you like, but it's bad. I don't like it. No. Profane Capital. Cool boss. Cool build up to the boss. Siegward, you get to save Siegward, which is really cool. He doesn't get depressed like Ziegemeyer. He ain't no little bitch about it. He's like, yo bro, thank you. I just gotta do a promise real quick. He's like, does promise. He's like, gets saved, thanks you, saves. Dude, hold a second. I'm sorry, I was tripping over my words hella, but it's like, Siegward saves him, thanks you, does promise, dies, refuses to elaborate. Who am I fucking kidding, though? This area is mid as fuck. There's, like, no life to it. Aesthetically, it's garbage. It has a swamp area that... It has a cool enemy that has, like, looks like the Hand of Manus. But, it's, like, nothing to this area. It's hardly explored. You can kind of explore it, I guess. There's technically 2 routes you can do. But, other than the 2 routes... There's almost no exploration. The boss is okay. It's pretty good. Whatever. I don't like it. Lothar Castle. Now you get to fight 2 bosses here. You get to fight the Dancer, and you get to fight the Dragon Slayer. 2 pretty good bosses. Good exploration. No, not good exploration, actually, thinking about it, but... Pretty cool area, good enemy placement, well balanced, good, okay items, not good items, just okay items. It's a good area. It's just solid. It's a very solid area. I'm gonna put it like right here. 2 good bosses, good enemy placement, good balancing. It's, like aesthetically, it's pretty good too. You got the ancient, like the wyverns, which are actually a pretty good hazard. I'm not gonna fuck with you. Let me get another sip. I'll get an extra. Consume Kindergarten. This is a whatever area. It's like Valley of the Drakes. Just a little cooler because it actually has a boss like Osiris. Well, actually, I'm gonna put it up here because it's just not as annoying as like a slog like Erythal Dungeon or Fair Keep. It's not like as nothing of an area because it's like a little cool, especially since like it's like the basement, I guess, of Lothar Castle with Osiris, like the Forgotten King, which is really sad. And the build up to like Osiris with that like little scream before you go through the fog gate for the first time is hella creepy. Other than that, this is a nothing area. Grand Archives. First playthrough, fuck off. I hate this area. Replays. I love this area. Amazing area. Great boss. Mini boss with another Crystal Sage can suck me, but you know, whatever. Cool areas, cool enemy placement. You go in and out, like it's such a confusing area on where to go and how to progress at first, for me at least on my first playthrough. And the shortcuts got, again, really confuzzled me. But it's just... It's so hard to explain. The wax so you don't get cursed. Well, if you get Do wrong things, you find grave rat, which not the greatest condition. The NPC fight, while annoying, it's technically fair. The build up to Lauren and Lothric's fight is great. Those fights with the angel wing knights, that's cool. There's so much to talk about in this area. I'm not gonna go over it all. I want to put it S, but it's so annoying sometimes. It's not the most perfect. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing. And the enemies can be better, but exploration's great, boss is great, build-up's great. Items can be better. Yeah, I think you do get the last, like, I guess, what is it? Ashes, I don't know. To up your bonfire. That's cool, I guess. Whatever. Untended graves. Overrated area. Overrated boss. It's creepy. That's about it. I don't want to elaborate further. It's just... well, put it here. I think it's cool to wander into it if you never saw it before, but who's gonna find this on their own? Well, probably a lot of people did, but whatever. The boss Champion Gundyr is one of the most overrated, like, bosses of all time. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to go over it. I think I have multiple times in other videos. But it's just the area before it, before Champion Gundyr, is kind of okay, but I actually like the Firelink Shrine part a lot more with all the Black Knights and the Maiden and Artorias' armor, which, why it's there, why she has his armor, I have no clue. It's cool to see what it was in the past again, but whatever. It's not that fun of an area to go through. It's just really cool. You get the coiled sword, which is really cool. I love the coiled sword, so you get a good item there, a really good item, a key item. So yeah. Archdragon Peak. It's a good area with... doesn't have the greatest exploration, and it does have really annoying enemies, but it's a beautiful area with I guess it has a pretty good, it's very cryptic when you first started. Ancient Wyvern sucks. That shouldn't have been a boss, and if it was, it should have been just a better boss. But then you have, like, Nameless King, which is one of the best bosses in the entire series. Great build up to that boss, I guess. Well, it was kind of a good build-up. The cutscene was really good for the build-up. I think it's just a really good area. It has really good items. And it's just really cool to see a place specifically for a resting place for dragons. Not purely dragons, because you mostly just see wyverns, but... there. Get another sip. Killing of the First Flame. It's, again, very beautiful. I don't think it's as nice looking as the original. The run back, you don't get to enjoy it as much as Killing the First Flame. Soul Cinder, great final boss. Amazing, really underrated. Everyone doesn't like... it's really underrated, man. Beautiful arena. Beautiful ending to the series. Right here. I don't think it's as good as Firelink Shrine or the original Killing of the First Flame. I think the boss is really good and the aesthetic is beautiful. It just doesn't last long. It doesn't last long at all. And it just reuses the same name, so... even though technically it should, because, you know, it is the Killing of the First Flame, so yeah. Painted World of Ariandel. This is better than the original, because one, it's bigger, has a lot more exploration, much better boss. Technically bosses, it's one humongous area. I think it's the biggest, next to, like, maybe, I think, Irithyll. It has two bosses. One is great, amazing. One is dog shit. Great exploration. Good enemies, good enemy placement. Really interesting. There's just What a good area. What a good area. Put it here. Put this a little lower for me again. How long have we been? Not too long. Like 15 minutes. The Drag Heap. Cool looking area. Great boss at the end. Good. Not actually great items, I'm not gonna lie. You can skip through most of the area and you won't miss much. Except for maybe a Titanite slab? And I guess, a Covetous Ring. I think it's called the Covetous Ring. The little snake. Where you get more souls, you get a +3 version of that. It's pretty cool. Hazard's really annoying. The angels are really annoying. I don't know. This area's kinda similar to like Undead Settlement, where it's kind of a slog to just get through. You do meet Lap. It's just a cool looking area with a cool ass boss, but it has a really annoying everything else. The enemies are a bit annoying. You get good weapons. You get a good weapon, but put it here. Bottom B. The Ring City. Now, the Ring City, hot take, if it wasn't for the lore and the bosses, the area's dog shit. The aesthetic, half of it's good, half of it is shit because you're spent time in the goddamn lake. Annoying Hazard, annoying ass enemies. It's only carried by the lore and Slave Knight Gale and Midir. Yeah, it's 3 bosses and one of them is again dog shit. It is an overrated area, and it is worse than the Painted World of Ariandel. Nay, it is worse than, like, the Painted World of Ariamis. It is down here. I don't want to hear nothing. It is carried so much by other things than the actual level itself. Fuck this area. Now we get to Bloodborne. We got Hunter's Dream. That's okay. So out of all the hubs, it's the smallest. It's the most empty. I think out of all the themes, I really like the theme. But I think it's probably my least favorite out of the 2 of Firelight Shrine and the other Firelight Shrine. I like the doll and we like Gehrman. It's just, it's the place where you fight the final boss, which I think is really neat. I'm gonna put it right here. And it is very, again, cryptic because you can see those other, like, big giant poles sticking up. It's pretty cool to look at. But as an actual hub, compared to Firelink Shrine, both Firelink Shrines, it just, I like it just as much. Actually, I think I like it more than the original Firelink Shrine. I don't actually like Firelink Shrine that much, as people would think I would. But, Hunter's Dream, I just don't think it's as good as the other 2, so whatever. Yusufka's Clinic, yeah, more of a nothing area. It's just for Yusufka. Or the fake Yusufka. It's the first place you technically spawn, even before the Hunter's Dream, so that's kind of cool. Other than that, who gives a shit? It's just cryptic. And you just first stumble into it from the Forbidden Woods. I'm pretty sure it's the Forbidden Woods. I forgot how you get in here anyways, but it doesn't matter anyways. Central Yharnam. Really good area, really good exploration. Items, I don't remember. It's probably good. Oh, you get the Saw Spear here. Yeah, it's pretty good. You fight 2 bosses, one the Cleric Beast and one Father Gascoigne. One is mid, one is great. Very beautiful. And if you meet Eileen, the hunters must hunt. It's a great area. I'm gonna put it below. Right here. I think that's pretty good. It's a really good starting area. Yeah. Yeah, why? Cathedral Ward. Now, I keep forgetting Cathedral Ward isn't just the cathedral. There's obviously more to it. Big area. Good boss with, Vicar Amelia. Well, Vicar Amelia is an okay boss, actually. It's not amazing, but it's good. It's like a secondary hub to Hunter's Dream, and it does it like shit. I don't think it's that great when it comes to being hub, because you don't really talk to them at all. They don't really do anything. They're just there. You must be. Aha. It's an entrance to, I guess, Old Yarnum, and I mean, it is kind of connected to most stuff like Upper Cathedral Ward and like Old Yarnum and Hemwick Lane, yeah. It's here. Yeah, here. I was like thinking of put it like below Chasm of the Abyss and like around Lothar Castle. I wouldn't say so. Okay, Upper Cathedral World. Definitely the most terrifying area in the game. And if it isn't this, it's the, where is it? The Research Hall. But I think Upper Cathedral World, with the theme, with those dogs, werewolves, the babies, the brain suckers, screw those things so much. Great atmosphere, great crypticness. It has a joke boss and a good boss. Not a great boss, it's just a good boss. Breeze is a good boss. I think it's a little overtuned when it comes to her attacks. And Celestial Emissaries are a joke. It's a decent area. I think put it there. Yeah, I think that's good. Old Yarnum. I think every time I saw a Twitch streamer, every time I see them, they're always on this. They're always in Old Yarnum. It's so annoying. Boss is okay. Area, it looks great. Cool lore, crypticness to it. Again, it's a place where they locked up. I'm saying cryptic so much. That's because cryptic makes you think. Crypticness makes you think. Imagining, like Ash Lake, that it's cream of the crop of crypticness. Old Yarnum, it's... What was his name? The guy with the minigun. What was his name? I forgot his name. He's cool, though. He has an interesting lore. He has a pretty good drip. It's not my thing, but he has pretty good drip. But, he's annoying. The other hunter there is also annoying. The enemies there are whatever. Actually, it's pretty good for exploring, too. I'm gonna... Below Undeadberg, I'm not gonna fuck. Bergenworth. The Research Hall should have been something like Bergenworth should have been something like Research Hall. It's such a small area for so much lore surrounding it. The enemies there, I mean, there's only really two. And then there's the Hunter, which is iconic, which at least there's that. Should be iconic. If your level is short, you gotta put some iconicness to it. So I guess some pretty cool enemies and a good Hunter. Rom is a mid-boss with a cool-ass arena, and the fact that it's the beginning of the halfway point of the game is good, I guess. I'll put this up. I'm gonna put Lucille Township up. I'm not gonna fuck. Okay. There we go. Forbidden Woods. Really annoying. I do not like going through this. It's bland. It doesn't look nice. Shadows of Yarnum are the only good things about it. Explorations, again, most of Bloodborne has really good exploration. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm being a tape recorder with how I'm, like, ranking these things. Like, right now, I'm getting to the point where my brain's kind of rotting. And I'm doing it a lot more earlier than I did with my boss ranking, which was 2 hours and 10 minutes. How long have I been recording this? About an hour. But Forbidden Woods, it's okay. Well, no, it's not good. It's objectively not good. It's just really annoying. The snakes are annoying. The enemies are annoying. There's nothing really good about it. It's only Shadows of Yarnum, and the run back sucks. whatever. I don't like this area. It's just that it's kind of iconic with how kind of dog shit it is, and not likable. Whatever. Hemwick Charnel Lane. Pretty short area. I thought it was longer than I thought. Don't you find that like for the first time the guy with snakes for heads like pops out, and you find that one guy who's like a beast, but he's like a person. Hold on a second, guys. I need to pause real quick again. I'm sorry, I keep doing this. Okay. Hemwick Charnel Lane again. Pretty crappy boss. It's an introduction to Castle Canehurst, which is a pretty good area. It's aesthetically pretty nice, gothic. It's not like overdone like Forbidden Woods, where it's like over the top with how dark and crazy it is. It's pretty good. I'm gonna put it here. No, it doesn't have the pizzazz though, as any of like these areas are. Oh yeah, and I changed the Darkness 3 theme, yeah. Castle Canehurst. This is a really good area. Really good boss. Decent exploration. Cool, amazing looking area with unique lore to it. It's optional, completely optional. So if you don't want to come here, you don't want to come. You don't need to come here. It's really good for Blood Tinge builds. The Covenant you can get here. It's like the invading kind of Covenant. Same thing technically with New Londo and like some other areas like that. Where is it? Where did I place it? Seriously, Cathedral of the Deep with Finger of Rosaria. I think that's the thing. It's kind of the same thing with this. I just bring Alfred there and let him quote unquote kill her, and I don't bring her back because she doesn't do that. What's her name? Queen. What's her name? Whatever. She's a piece of shit, anyways. Really good boss, just really good area. Like, I'm not gonna fuck. Really good enemy placement, really good enemies. It's just as creepy enough. Honestly, I'm tempted to say, I'm gonna put it S. It's really good. It's unexpectedly good. It's either the snow areas are really good, like these, this, or they're shit. Which, where is it? There it is. And, I don't know if that one's good. Just everyone knows this is shit. I don't even need to play the game to know it's shit. Yahar'gul. This is, as I said earlier, I hate this area. Oh shit. Terrible enemy placement, annoying with NPCs. I hate the Bell people. The one Reborn, I'm so glad I beat it first time, because that run back was gonna suck if I died. Run back is terrible. Area look, I guess, is okay. It's very creepy. Fuck this area. I hate it. I will put it above Yusufka's Clinic because it has pretty good items. And it has something to do. It's like not a nothing area like Yusufka. Nightmare Frontier. There. Shitty boss. Decent looking area. Again, kind of cryptic, kind of creepy, but the winter lanterns, the poison swamp, the fuckers with the boulders, the NPC shit with the bell maidens or whatever they called. It's just, there's nothing good about it. I hate it. It's so bad. I thought like, oh, it's okay. No, it's shit. Lecture building. Same thing like Yusufka's Clinic, just less of a nothing thing. It's just, I'm not thinking about it. What the fuck is this area? What is it? What is it supposed to be? If they could have put it again for Bergenwerth, it would have been freaking better. But they didn't. It's just like, what is this area? It's just the introduction to two, like one terrible area and one mid area. Lecture building. I just realized I have the depths as like the worst area. That's crazy. But the lecture building sucks. I'll put it right here, because like Yusufka's Clinic is like less of a nothing area like lecture building, but lecture building just doesn't make sense. Nightmare of Menses. A lot of people hate this area. I don't hate it. I think it's kind of good, actually. One pretty good boss and one terrible boss. Aesthetic is great. Again, not over the top like Forbidden Woods of how dark it is. It's really unique when it comes to the hazard isn't that bad. The enemies can be a bit annoying, honestly. But the enemy placement is also kind of okay. Winter Lanterns are also in here. Shadows of Yarn have come back. Put that here. No. Below Nilanda Ruins. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll keep it there. Chaos Dungeons, I actually never did it, so I'm putting it down here. Hunter's Nightmare. Cool looking area, good enemy placement, great items. Bloodstarved Beast is back, which I don't know why they did that. Then they end the area out with Ludwig, doesn't matter. Great boss, great area. Tempted. You also fight Lawrence here, which so at least you come back. Great introduction to the DLC. I'm gonna put it in S. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's gonna be many more that's gonna be in S. Let me look. Yeah, there's not gonna be much more in S. Research Hall. I think this area is really good lore-wise, and boss-wise it's good, and I guess, like, creepy-wise it's really good, but as an actual level, I think it's just kind of a worse Grand Archives. Like, I don't like it as much. I put it here. I think boss... Like, there's two bosses, one that makes sense in lore, but kind of suck. And isn't as much of a joke fight as, like, Celestial Emissaries. And then there's Maria, which is a really good fight. I think it's overrated, but it's really good. I think it's good. I think, though, out of all the DLC areas, which is there's 3, I think it's the worst. I think it's the worst out of the 3, but it's still good being an A. But I don't think... Painted World of Ariamis is just nicer looking, it's more cryptic, it's more satisfying to figure it out. It's more explorable. It's just cooler, even though it has, like, worse enemies and a much worse boss. Well... God, Dark Souls 3 has, like the best soundtrack. I'm not fucking with you guys. Like, it has such a good soundtrack. Fishing Hamlet. The end of the DLC, and basically the ending area, because most people would fight it after, like, Nightmare Menses. Hardest area in the game. Great looking area. Very explorable. Great items. The best boss in the series. I'm gonna just put it below for Castle Cainhurst because it doesn't look as nice. Well, I do like its look more, but I think more people would like Castle Cainhurst. But it also has, like, much more annoying enemies. It literally has fish dogs. They cannot resist putting a goddamn dog in their levels, in their games. God damn it. And those whales, they're annoying, but I kind of dig them. But another S tier. Great. Now we get to Elden Ring. Now, if I don't know these areas, don't blame me. Round Table Hold. I think out of all the main areas, I think I feel the most safe here in Round Table Hold. I feel nice and in a true hub. However, just it's even less connected than Firelink. There's not less life than the original Firelink Shrine or Hunter's Dream or anything like that. There's definitely people there, but it just continuously keeps... It just changes too often. It's just... There's not much to Round Table Hold. There's the blacksmith, and then there's Gideon. And then there's the people with the faith and the intelligence, and then they suddenly die and like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that, and yada yada. It's irreversible bullshit in Round Table Hold because it's not... They mixed Firelink Shrine and the other Firelink Shrine, and they mixed all of the hubs together, but they didn't do everything right. they made the unchangeable bullshit from the original Firelink Shrine, the unconnectedness to the real world, like the Hunter's Dream, and the fact that it feels like a hub with all the NPCs, like the Dark Souls 3 Firelink Shrine. But it's just, it feels too, it may sound stupid, too much like a game. It just doesn't feel right. Right? Limgrave. Personally, my favorite area, well, I wouldn't say my favorite area. I think that would go to, like, Fair Missoula. Yep. Limgrave, good bosses, good exploration. I think that this is, like, the cream of the crop when it comes to the golden standard that how areas should be. I'll put it above Research Hall. Really nice, great areas, great design. Good bosses? I don't think bosses should even count at this point, unless the area is short enough where the bosses are just specifically, say, again, like Fair Missoula, there's like 3 bosses, and there's no other bosses, so whatever. Weeping Peninsula. It's like Limgrave, but watered down. That's Castle Morn. No one cares for Castle Morn. I'm actually just gonna, I'm not even gonna go over it. I'm just gonna say, does it look nice, and does it have good enemies and bosses? It looks pretty good. Pretty interesting area. Meh. Enemies, I guess, it's the same as Limgrave. Isn't it just an extension to Limgrave? It doesn't matter. Like, it's so hard to, like, rank Elden Ring areas compared to regular Dark Souls and Soulsborne areas. It's so weird. And I didn't even do Sekiro. So I'll do, like, I'll like, pause it and then go to a Sekiro area, like, ranking list, and then I'll do that, and I'll rank it basically, just pretend I'm, it's the same here. I'll put it below Old Garnham. There we go. Siofra River. Cool, great looking area. Takes that elevator ride, like, it's like 70 years long. Like 7 light years, like, away from top to bottom. Meh boss, annoying ass enemies. Exploration can suck it because it's required. Never make exploration required. It's really annoying. There. It's just really nice looking. Actually, there it is. Stormvale Castle. Great boss, great look, good exploration. Yeah, it's pretty good exploration. I'm gonna put it there. Liurnia. This is the definition of everything's way too big. Looks great. There's literally nothing. There's that dragon. That's about it. Now, okay, that's not literally that's about it. There are other cool things like that place with the madness, like frenzied flame bullshit. But it's the definition of just, there's too much space of nothingness. It's just, it didn't need to make it that big. Karia Manor, not a really fun area. Again, kind of just a watered down version, I guess, of Duke's Archives, I guess? I don't know what to compare it to. It's just not great. Above Siofra River. This doesn't sound familiar. Or does this? Is that an extension to... Is that an extension to... Right? Karia Manor? Wait, Karia Manor isn't the same as... I'm getting confused now. Oh man, did I screw something up? Is the Karia Manor the one with... Well, this is the one with, after you get to, like, Rani, isn't it? And if that's the case, it goes down to, like, here. No one cares. Bradbury up here. Caleb, great area. Great boss, great lore, great design. There's so much shit in it. It's put it up here. It's the classic "come here goddamn later, you stupid bitch" kind of area. Red Main Castle. Do we? I don't go through this. I just do it to fight Radon. I'm gonna put it here because, like, Red Main Castle, like, I don't go through it. I just wait till the Radon Festival starts and I skip the whole thing. Divine Tower of Caled. What an annoying area. It's like a Great Hollow, but technically more. Excuse me. I guess it's cryptic, and I get the Radon rune, and you fight the Godskin Apostle with it, and after that you get a really good weapon. Other than that, the enemies are annoying, and it's really annoying. Great. Hollow. Altus Plateau. It's good, it's just, again, kind of a connection to, like, it's a place. What else is there? I guess it connects to that place with a castle with Elmer of the Briar, I guess. I don't know. When it comes to names in Elden Ring, I haven't played Elden Ring honestly enough to really remember everything. It's... I'm gonna put it here. Yeah. Isn't as big of a novelty like Northern Undead Asylum, but it has enough stuff to, like, hold its own. The Windmill Village. Whatever is this area? What is this area? It's a small thing for the Apostle. I'll put it up here because the Apostle is better than the frickin' Tree Sentinel Spellcaster. The Shaded Castle. Isn't this the one with Elmer of the Briar? This area is annoying. It's Poison Swamp with poison, an annoying mini-boss. Isn't it like a ginormous, like, centipede fucker? And there's Elmer of the Briar, which is a pretty good boss. It's just... whatever. Mount Gelmir. An annoying-ass area where you just kind of skip everything and you don't really pay attention to anything except for that one, like, I guess, ulcerated tree spirit. Maybe. Oh, you fight this Falling Star Beast. No one likes the Falling Star Beast. It technically is a good boss, but it's, like, really annoying. It looks cool. That's about it. Put it up here as well, because it's, again, really cool to just go through a volcano. Whoa. It's like Round Table, but it's evil. Whoa. Like, we're evil and we just like being evil. Like, whoa. Ugh. It's like, when you're done with Rykard and you don't plan to do PvP, you don't care about this area. Like, seriously, put it here again. Nothing's beating Ullasil Township. This is the best, like, C-tier area. I just don't... It's nothing... Why? It's a cool I guess it is the introduction to, like... Well, I guess Volcano... Oh, wait, no. I didn't count the actual level itself. If we actually count the level itself... Put it, like, here. There we go. I just... Nah, we got 12 more minutes. Okay. Before restarting. Nokron, Eternal City. Same thing as Siofra, but a little better. Putting it bottom B. The fuck is this? Isn't this the same thing? Just like the bottom part of it? Whatever. Deep Root Depths. I wish this was the very bottom, not Lake of Rot, but it's cool. I don't know how Noxtella is under this, which, whatever. Aesthetically, it's beautiful. It has a pretty good boss at the end with Lich Dragon Fortisax and another crappy boss with Fia's champions. Fia, I kill her every time. She's a piece of shit, so I don't know. I never fought Lich Dragon Fortisax. I really do want to fight him, but I know he's good. Also, that's the soundtrack. Whew. This is where Godwin died, where he became that ginormous snake thing. Jesus. We might fight Godwin in the DLC, and I'm excited, but until then, you never know. It's a cool looking area with good enemies, and it's really creepy, and I like it. I actually really like this area. I'm not gonna fuck with you. We'll put it above Ring City. No, below Ring City. No. Thinking about it now. Because Ring City, those bosses, Jesus. But again, 1 is shit, while 2 are amazing. Noxtella, Eternal City. I'm not gonna lie, I never did these 2 areas, and I'm never gonna, because on my New Game Plus, I just do not want to fight the Valiant Gargoyles to just go to the Deep Root Depths because I didn't know how to get to these 2, to Noxtella, because I didn't know there was like this one coffin thing again. Whatever, I'm not sure if Noxtella is under or over Deep Root Depths, but I don't care. I never did these 2, and I'm never gonna plan to, because I hate Ronnie, and I hate her quest. I especially hate Ronnie. What's the Moonlight Altar? Whatever. Leyndell. Cool area. I think it's objectively the best Elden Ring area, but I hate it. I mean, I don't hate it, I just don't care for it. But here, it's really... I don't know. There's no... I don't know. I don't explore all of Leyndell, which I probably should, but quantity doesn't always mean quality. It is the cream of the crop when it comes to exploration out of any area of the entire series. And it's like the more revived, more pure version of what Anor Londo should have been, but it just lacks something. There's no pizzazz to it. There's like the Godfrey boss, and then there's Morgoth. Morgoth's great. You come back to it later as in Ash, but the exploration is just... It's not the greatest exploration. Just because there's a lot of exploration doesn't mean that's very satisfying to explore everything. Oh, a minute. Just whatever. Subterranean Shunning Grounds. Shit. No one likes this. It's so annoying. With, like, no bosses. I don't remember even if there was a boss. I just don't like going through this place. It's so annoying. You get lost everywhere. It's cool lore-wise, but other than that, it's almost as bad as the depths. The depths are terrible. There's nothing good about the depths, so whatever. Frenzy, I never did the Frenzy Flame ending either. I should do more. I'm not gonna lie. I should. But on top of the giants. I don't think Melgelmir, or... Because I'm like thinking, are they really worse than Demon Runes? Like the Great Hollow, I forget that it's kind of bad. I actually kind of like the Great Hollow, but it's not good. These are better at least. Castle Soul. Annoying enemy placement, annoying enemies, annoying boss, annoying everything. There's nothing good about this area, fuck off. Actually, I'm gonna, wait. No, but it's like not as infuriating as the rest, because this can, again, easily be ran through. And it's not as lost potential as this. and you don't get lost like this, and it's not a boring nothing area like this. This character to this, but either these are way too annoying, lost potential, or just garbage. Not fun. On top of the Giants, but less. Just so much less. You fight another frickin' Estelle. Why is there another Estelle? It's so fucking stupid. Oh my god. When I ran into it, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It's... ugh. Mogwin Palace. Very linear. Great farming spot. Great boss. Great aesthetics. It's probably one of my favorite aesthetic, like, pleasing areas in the game. I'm gonna put it, like... actually, I'll put Altus Plateau lower. Put this over Altus Plateau. Oh, actually below Altus Plateau. I'm okay. Whoa, cryptic cool secret area. It's not a secret area, but cool looking area, cool lore, great bosses, except for Gotskin Duo. It's like the same thing with Ring City, but less shit. Well, actually thinking about it, I'll put the Ring City above Ariamis. Or maybe above the Killing of the First Flame. I think... yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's really good. Okay, there we go. Malekith, I love Malekith, you know that. Dragon Placidus 6, I also love him, I adore him, but I think the lores are great. I think the area, enemy placement's great. The Gotskin Duo is literally the only bad thing for me about this area. It's great. It's like a worse Kiln of the Flame. Both versions. It's like, why? Like, why is only Lanedale affected? Now you can't explore half the things that you could have before, and it's just unchangeable. Yeah, there we go. Mikola's Haligtree, and I guess this, I'm gonna count both as the same thing. So this is the final area. Why? Because. Actually better enemy placement than you'd expect. Probably the hardest area in the game. Not really for me, I kind of breezed through it. That's because Elden Ring does this wonderful thing where it lets you literally skip everything if you just choose to. Just run in a straight line. So I never had to deal with the bullshit enemy placement that this entire game gives. Shit boss. Sizz. So, Melania and... seriously, what is that spellcasting tree sentinel called? Loretta? Yeah. Both shit. Cool looking area. Good, honestly. Enemy placement for the first half is not bad. Second half is the Elden Ring standard, which is dog shit. Items? I don't remember. So they must have not been great if I couldn't remember it. I'll put... it sounds like I put saying a lot of bad stuff, but honestly it's not as annoying as I make it sound. It's really cool, the build up to it, the build up to the bosses, the design, the lore, it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be, honestly. I just really hate Melania. Thinking about her just makes me upset. It's a terrible excuse for a fucking boss, and I will not have anyone doubt me. I am full order. I am him. I am him. I am... you cannot judge me. You cannot stop me. My opinions are facts, and facts only. You cannot argue. Okay. But this is the list. How long have we been recording? Hour and 30 minutes. A lot less than the oh wait, right, the freaking Sekiro. Holy shit. Okay, so I'm back. I just found one with all these. I should have probably done this like one instead, this tier list in general, but I'll just do this and then I'll compare where I'd put them probably in the middle. Ashina Reservoir. This is where you start the game. It's also where you end the game. The mini bosses is okay. The fact that you come back to it later is pretty cool. The beginning of the game as a tutorial area, it's okay, I guess. Somewhere in B. For where I'd probably put it, behind New London Ruins. Wait. Actually, I'd put it behind, like, Nightmare of Menses. It's just a placeholder for, like, the beginning and end of the game. It's just a place for the final boss. It's nothing. It's a nothing area, actually, thinking about it. It's just where you start the game and where you end the game. It's a really nice looking area, I guess. It's just kind of, again, the backseat ass of Ashina Castle. So, who gives a shit? It's just two kind of good mini bosses and nothing else. Well, it's technically 3 if you count that one tutorial mini boss, but whatever. Dilapidated Temple. It's the worst hub by far. Honestly, there's just the sculptor, and there's the merchant later on after you get him from Ashina Castle. There's the guy who wants to, like, teach you shit, but once you get the Mortal Blade, you can kill him if you want. Emma comes every now and again. You can, it's a way to get into Harada Estate, and it's where you get from to the Ashina outskirts, and if you find the way from between here and Ashina Castle, I'd say it's above Ashina Reservoir. Where would I put it? I'd put it, like, under the Halleck tree. There's nothing to it. Ashina outskirts. I think everyone can agree on their first playthrough of Sekiro, this area is hot doo-doo garbage. Not good mini bosses, it's just the generals 2 times, the ogre, the headless, so shit mini bosses. Well, they're not fun. Okay, the generals become fun in replays, but the first playthrough, they can suck off. In replays, it's a boring area, and honestly, the enemy placement for a beginning of the game, even for a Souls game, is just bullshit and not fun and not good, because you're just gonna decide to just skip the whole thing, which is not good. Never do that. Nuh-uh. Items are okay. You can get the shuriken and I think the firecrackers here. You got Gyobo and Masataka Oniwa, which for the Sekiro boss is okay. Yeah. And where I'd put it, I think this should go away. What the fuck is that? There you go, better. Abandoned, where I put, Ashina outskirts. Behind Dreg Heap. Fuck that shit. I don't like Ashina outskirts. I think it's meh. Not good. Abandoned Dungeon. D tier. A nothing area with Dogen, who basically... What does he do? He's so important to lore, but does nothing. It's just there. Yeah, where would I put it? Below Valley of Drakes. It's the same thing, but not as nice looking. It's dog shit. Harada Estate. This is actually a pretty good area. I'll put it A. It's a nice looking area. It's back in the past. It has an okay boss. Pretty crappy mini bosses, actually. I'm not gonna lie. You go back for Lady Butterfly in there. Then you go back for Owlfather, which is actually a really good boss. But as an actual area, it's not the most fun to progress, especially, again, how early you go to it. You get the carp guy. Yeah. You get the carps. Yay. Great, nice for exploration. Yeah. It's a good area with nice looking stuff. It's like actually good for replays. It's fun. Yeah. It's a good area. But it's kind of shitty mini bosses, I'm not gonna lie. Even on the, like, when you come back to it for my boy Owlfather, it's kind of crappy mini boss with it, so yeah. Ashina Castle. I'm gonna put this at S. Just with how much it changes, you can come back to it like, what, 3 times, and it's different every time. It's really nice, and it always has really good bosses with Ishinashina, Genichiro Ashina, Great Shinobi, Owl. It's like, good bosses. Good area with decent mini-boss. Okay, look, Sekiro has shitty mini-bosses, I'm not gonna lie. Like Sekiro, areas are okay-ish most of the time. They're either mid or dog shit, and they have decent golden nuggets that we'll get into later. But the bosses and combat design is the best part. And even the combat design, if you face more than one enemy, it's kind of dog shit. Everyone acts like Sekiro is this perfect game. Suck it up, it's not. It's not even the best Soulsborne game. Jesus. That's my hot take of the day. It's an overrated game. Sunken Valley Gun Fort. I'll put it down here. Annoying gunfuckers with annoying mini-boss, and honestly, just no point of it happening. And heck, there's the centipede motherfucker, which is really annoying still. Oh, I guess, where would I put Ashina Castle? I'd put it above Lindau. That's where I'd put it. I don't like it more than like the Hunter's Dream, but I think it's better. And Sunken Valley Gun Fort. I think I'll put regular Sunken Valley on top of here because the monkeys are kind of funny. Yeah, funny monkey. Got the annoying poison swamp at the bottom, but that doesn't hardly matter. It barely does nothing. Got that annoying snake again, but the monkeys are hilarious. But the great boss, Guardian Ape's a great boss. Sunken Valley has no boss, and it's a shitty mini-boss. Ashina Depths. Okay, I'm sorry. Where would I put the Sunken Valley regular? Put Sunken Valley below Smoldering Lake, but above Undead Settlement. Between those. Sunken Valley Gun Fort. Between Tomb and Giants and Profane Capital. Senpo Temple. It's a good area with actually a decent mini-boss. Shitty boss, great design, great enemy placement. It's actually about... I'll put it below Hirata Estate just because they look just as good. The exploration is also just as good. It's just this has a lot better bosses, and honestly means... Actually, I'm gonna put this more here because I think this matters more for Wolf's story. This matters more for the world building lore. Where would I put it? Where did I put this? Hirata Estate. Or yeah, did I say where I'd put? Aw, shit. Well, Hirata Estate, I'd probably put like below the Ring City. I put it below the Ring City. And Senpo Temple I'd put between Limgrave and the Hunter's Dream. Mibu Village. Actually probably has the best mini-boss here. Shitty boss, decent exploration, boring design. It has the Miss Noble, which is the best boss of all time. Who cares? It's again, almost a nothing area, but it has okay stuff. It has good enough where there's, like, it's needed. It's needed. I'd put it... between Cemetery of Ash and Blighttown. No, but I'd put it between Blighttown and Tomb of the Giants. I like Tomb of the Giants more than Mibu Village, but Tomb of the Giants has way too many No. I'd also put it between Tomb of the Giants and Profane Capital. I think these two are right next to each other. They're just both equally as boring and dog shit. Okay, they're not dog shit, but just they're so boring. Fountainhead Palace. Now this is also S. I told you it had its nuggets. However, I think this would either be, it's either above or below the Hunter's Nightmare. It's a beautiful area, probably my favorite looking area. It has 2 bosses, one pretty good one, one okay one. The pretty good one is being the True Monk, and the okay one just being the Divine Dragon. The Divine Dragon is a gimmick boss, which I have no care about replaying. There's no replayability. Unlike Yorm, or yeah, just like he has a lot better replay. Or Rykard. It's so brain dead easy. Enemy placement's actually really good. Enemies are really good. I have this kind of decent farming spot for me. The mini bosses, nah, they could be worse. They could be worse. You got the giant carp hazard. It's really explorable. The lore is fantastic. It's like, honestly, it's the real end game area. Honestly, other than Ashina Castle, but just like, this is like the area you've been building up to. It's great. Where I put it, probably under Hunter's Nightmare. Hunter's Nightmare just has Ludwig, and it just has a lot better enemies and items. That's it. Alright, that's it. Well, yeah, that's it. How long have we been recording? Oh, an hour and 40 minutes, and the audio actually worked. Holy shit! That's great. Well, I recorded for a long time. I have my Kraken here. Again, the Armshark Nautilus should come at the end of this month, and I will do a first impressions video. If you guys are excited for that, like and subscribe, press the notifications, yada yada. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.